Hi folks, and welcome to this week's Tech Tip of the Week. This week we're going to be talking about organizing your life in your Google Drive. So hopefully by this point in the year, many of you have been using your Google Drive for various files and folders, but you also may have noticed that things start to get a little overwhelming when you've got a lot of files to take a look at or search for. So there were a couple of tips I wanted to share with you in terms of organizing your Google Drive. The first one is, if I take a look at this blank forms and sheets folder, if I right click on it, I have the option to change the color of this particular folder. So for example, I might want to make it red so that it stands out to me a little bit, or for example, I might want to add a star to it. So if I click on add a star, these are for files and folders that I'm visiting quite frequently. So when I click on add a star, you see that a star shows up behind it or beside it. But also if I go over to the left here and I click on starred, now there are very few folders that are here, and usually just the ones that I'm going to be looking at quite frequently. So if you add a star to one of the folders, then you'll find it there. If you want to remove that star later on, again just right click and say remove star and it's gone. The other option you have too is you can click on recent. So if you click on recent, again this shows you the last few folders or files that you've accessed today, earlier this week, whenever it might have been. So that's also a good way to take a look for a file that you know you've worked on in the last little while but you can't remember quite where it is. And the final tip I want to show you about Google Drive is when you are searching within your drive in this box up here, you can just simply type in the file name or what you think the file name might be, but you can also search whether you know it's a PDF, a text document, a spreadsheet, whatever it might be. But if you also come down to more search tools, you can refine it a little bit more. So you can decide that I want to search for a text document. I know that I am the owner, but again it could be that it's not owned by me, maybe it was shared by somebody. Again, I don't maybe know where the location is, maybe I think that I put it in the trash, so I'm going to look in there as well. And again, for the date modified, I can say that maybe it was in the last 90 days, even if I want to look that far. I can put in different item names, house the words. The whole point is that you can make the search as specific as you would like. And that way you can find some files within your Google Drive. So that's how you can organize your life a little bit in your Google Drive. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next week.